Caesar. You know it's serious. We're starting with this. You know, I recently found out what THQ stood for. Toy Headquarters. It used to have a little bullet between the T and the H. I thought about doing effects for raids, but raids are so unlounge-like. Don't you agree? This, believe it or not, is a PS1 game I never played, but have looked at extensively, called Devil Dice. This is a strange puzzle game, and I have very little idea how to play it. Oh, really? This is the Cotton people. That would be really cool. For those who don't know, Magical Knight Cotton, Panorama Cotton, Boomerang Cotton, etc. are a long-running series of cute-em-ups with a very cute witch known for stunning graphical effects on whatever platform they're on. There was recently a Cotton collection released for Nintendo Switch. I believe it has some problems. Thank you for the follow. I lost my identity. Unfortunately, as you might see, there have been a couple of fixes, a little tidying around the aqualounge, but I've been a bit busy. And herein lies the shill. I've recently launched a new storefront for aqualounge called the aqualounge surf shop. Contain periodically updated micro collections of aqualounge vibes that you can wear on your person. If you're watching tonight through aqualounge.tv, you will notice the link to Aqualounge Surf Shop directly below the stream box, and I would really appreciate it if you checked it out. There's some pretty cool t-shirts, a sticker, there is a tank top to stay cool in this sweltering summer heat. I was really under some pressure to get it out by summer. I wanted to make sure everybody could stay cool fashionably. Also, my shades sure don't want to stay up tonight. It's just one of those nights. That's okay. It's Sunday. Easygoing day. I think trial is probably what we're going to want. Ape Escape. That would make sense, considering how much, just aesthetically, this shares with Ape Escape. Fun fact, Ape Escape, notably composed by Japanese junglist and EDM musician Soichi Terada, is a fantastic game. But I have a friend of mine who recently interviewed Terada-san, and I would be very interested in running that interview on the aqualounge if I can get permission. So that's something that could be coming down the pipe later. Give me just a moment. I'm going to adjust my beautiful, marvelous, completely legitimate Oakleys. And if I can't keep them on my head, they might come off tonight. That's okay. Anyway, Aqualounge Surf Shop. Embedded in the page if you're watching on aqualounge.tv. Think about it. Let's play some Devil Dice. I've never played this game before. I have a better idea. It's dice time. Trick to figure out how to play this game. I see you walk on dice, and do you match dice? This reminds me of another puzzle game that I might run at some point in the future, called Endor Fun. Endor Fun is a fascinating puzzle game with a fascinating history. That's for another time, isn't it? Well, my attempts to clear dice have failed. So if anybody knows how to play Devil Dice, I would very much appreciate a little guidance. I haven't the faintest. Have the same number of die as the number on the top next to each other. I see. I am pressing the button to clear, and nothing is happening. Do I need to use an input? I wonder. I'm going to see if I... Oh, 1 is the only one you can't clear like that. How do you clear 1s? For reference, this was a manual. There. Much better. Very good. More games should have menu tutorial music like this. That I understand. Oh. Oh, I suppose it's time to just put my controller down, relax for a little bit. I suppose that's alright. It's so strange. I like the player model. This was sort of what was in vogue at the time. Reminds me of games like Cool Tune. It's a little bit like the imp from Magical Drop. Slap Happy Rhythm Busters, Bust-A-Groove, etc. Bust-A-Groove. Now, record companies allowing, that is a perfect aqualounge game. I will write that one down. Alright, I will make a group of 4 fours. If I can figure out how. Maybe 2 twos is easier to start with. There we go. Devil Dice is in the school of strange, vaguely foreboding PS1 puzzle games that I really, really enjoy. Equal number is shown on top. Alright, very good. That is true. I wonder how Mario does it. Maybe all of those years of being a Brooklyn plumber have made... Oh... But you can group 4 threes. Interesting. Number on the dice multiplied by the number of the dice you have lined up. You know, I'm just going to leave that previous statement about Mario incomplete. I'll leave it to your imagination. Nothing but the ominous sound of sinking dice. By the way, if the game is a bit quiet, let me know. Ah, yes. apple never falls far from the tree. There's always a Sokoban somewhere. The ominous sound effects here are very, very similar to a much beloved PlayStation 1 puzzle game that I intend to stream in the future, Intelligent Cube. One of my absolute favorites. I liquidated many of my PlayStation 1 games, and Intelligent Cube was not among them. I have kept my copy of Intelligent Cube, and I have kept my copy of Einhunter. How am I playing this? Well, I have a controller. Figure it out. I understand this a little better now. Let's give it a try. There we go. Interesting. I'm assuming this is a similar loss condition to Tetris, and that if the field becomes full, there's not a whole lot you can do. Yes, I was telling the story of Endorphin before I started this. Endorphin is a very similar puzzle game to this, released for MS-DOS. It came under fire for containing New Age subliminal messaging. The soundtrack. Minor controversy. I've played it. The messaging is there, but it's all relatively positive stuff. Certainly nothing I would complain about. I do feel that the speed of this game is a bit high for something of its sort. There we go. This is a bit of a brain boggler, I agree. Very good. Ah, what's that? Come on now. Some gimmies. So close. Feels like every move I make is the wrong one. Ooh. Interesting. You can chain the dice if you haven't finished the combo. Very good. I don't think I ever got the button to climb. Does anyone know how to climb on the dice? I would very much... Oh, hold into one that's rising. I see. Very good. Thank you. The difficulty curve on this one is very satisfying. That I felt very helpless about 2 minutes ago. And I'm starting to feel like I'm getting a grip on the game. This does have a very satisfying sort of minutes to learn, lifetime to master appeal. Thank you, Lost Little, for following. Now I know it's not exactly popular to stream puzzle games on Twitch, unless you're doing so competitively. People find them to be dull, people find them to be boring, people find them to be repetitive. This is a puzzle-friendly stream, and I'm not just saying that because I'm biased. I, full disclosure, did develop a indie puzzle game for Nintendo Switch, and finding streamers wasn't exactly the easiest thing in the world. There's a bit of discrimination against the genre, I think that's undeserved. It's considered undesirable. I don't really think that's fair. So expect plenty of puzzle games on the aqualounge. In fact, we have another one coming up tonight. There's going to be a twist. Of course, it could all detonate spectacularly. I'm not quite sure yet. That is true. This is ostensibly a 2D puzzle. This could be performed in 2 dimensions. One thing that it does sadly lack... Oh, another gimme. One thing that it does sadly lack is a controllable camera. I think even a shoulder button camera would do a great deal for this game. Oh, I see. It becomes harder and harder to rise up. This might be curtains for me, unfortunately. But if it is, let's see what more Devil Dice has to offer. Oh, adapting this game to a physical board sounds challenging. What on earth did I just roll? Something cleared all the ones from the board. That was helpful. Thank you. No other 4s, unfortunately. There we are. Very good. So much 6. I think I'm subconsciously going for larger numbers when I should be going for smaller ones. Ah, there's an opportunity. Glasses on. It's puzzle time. I suppose that's true. That would be a devil die, wouldn't it? The addition of being able to go on the ground is an interesting risk-reward mechanic because it does let you push dice and Sokoban them directly, which I do think is an interesting pick. I do find the additional chaining to be a little more of a hindrance than a help, because 99% of the time they have been unintentional on my part, but that just might be my inexperience with the game showing. This is my first time playing, and I already feel like I've improved a lot, which I think is the mark of a good puzzle game. One of the things that was a big part of my design for Crossing Plus is that I wanted the player to feel cool, and I wanted the player to feel smart. And regardless of what skill level they were at, I wanted to impart those feelings onto the player, and I think that that's a very important part of making an appealing arcade-style puzzle game. And I think Devil Dice does a good job of that. Ah, some custom emojis in the chat. Beautiful. I'll tell you what. I'm going to keep going until I lose. I don't know how soon that will be. And when I do, we'll see what else Devil Dice has to offer. Oh, come now. Ah, this may be curtains. Finally. So close. Ah, I think this is it for me. Oh, very good. Saved by the bell. Again, I don't quite understand what happens with the ones. I did notice the music change. That was nice. Even with the slight delay of what I assume is Redbook audio. For those of you who are unacquainted, the PlayStation 1 used a few audio formats, the most common two being XA audio, which was synthesized, or sequenced rather, on PS1 hardware, and Redbook audio, which was the Redbook CD standard of audio that was read directly from a disc. The gap in playback between the normal and hurry-up music here implies to me that this is, in fact, a Redbook audio game. One of the fun things about Redbook audio on the PlayStation 1 is that if you put in your own CD, sometimes you can trick a game into playing whatever track 1 on your own disc is. This was used to great effect in some early PS1 demo discs, including some from Psygnosis. These Sony studio famous for developing the Wipeout franchise that lets you use your PS1 as a visualizer by loading a program into RAM, deciding to play track 1 from Red Book audio mode, encouraging you to insert your own disc. Note that custom soundtracks are still a feature missing from many modern platforms. VibRibbon is a fascinating case as well, in that VibRibbon would actively build data from, I believe, some kind of memory buffer directly reading from the PS1 CD Red Book audio circuitry. It is, unfortunately, a game I cannot play with my current hardware setup because of the super secret PS1 that I'm using. It can do many things, but it hasn't quite figured out how to do VibRibbon yet, which is a shame, because I would love to run VibRibbon. Very good. Yes, that is true about the original Xbox. The HDD was such a big deal. Oh, I just noticed the floor textures changed. That's a nice touch. Some way to visually indicate that you've progressed. Another interesting challenge in this game that I've noticed is how you organize your playfield. On one hand, there's a temptation to organize all your dice to one side of the screen. That makes them easier to manage, makes it easier to predict where new dice will appear, but that restricts heavily your... oh, it's not good. Restricts your options heavily. Might as well take advantage of the fact that I'm on the floor. There it is, there's that floor mechanic in action, that risk-reward that I discussed earlier. If you end up on the floor, you have to ask yourself, do I get back on a die immediately? Or do I try to risk that combo I've been trying to set up? Unfortunately, the reaction time for getting on a die, very, very quick. Or I should say, the window of opportunity. My reaction time is not quick at all. Oh, that's fascinating. If you watch my character, you can cancel a dice roll in the middle of a roll. For instance, in order to trigger a clear. Fascinating. Now we're getting dicey. But I had to say it eventually. Oh, how long can I keep this one going up? Uh-oh. That's not good. That must be some sort of bonus that I've built up that I don't quite understand. The other thing I haven't quite figured out is what that does. I'm able to place a, Oh, I see. It's just an optional toggle for a reticle to show which die you are currently on. Makes sense. Come on now. Oh, rats. No. Thought I had that one. Well, this is sayonara, everybody. But it has been an awfully fun time playing Devil Dice. DD value. C, DD. Thank you. Thank you from Spooky Swadloon for the follow. Shift now, make this game. They sure have. We have a battle mode, which I won't be partaking in. I don't know why my glasses are giving me such troubles today. Let's try that. Ah, much better. Options. Wars. Puzzle, I'm assuming, is a pre-populated mode. I suppose there's not much more to say about that other than the fact that this menu is, in fact, really good. Very interesting to see how it looks blown up on the television in front of me versus how it looks in the stream. I'm not sure if it's my upscaler doing a little bit of work, but the pre-render looks lovely. Well, I believe that's Devil Dice, folks. Coming up next, a little itch title that I happened to find today. Stay tuned.